Oh,
It's major sugar.
what's that after feeling in the mouth?
Diabetes.
Welcome to the next episode of
Welcome to another episode of Abang Goreng.
So today we're gonna do a Deepavali edition of Abang Goreng.
Ooh, but what does Deepavali actually mean? And because of that, we have a very special guest.
Yay! So this is Jen. She's a very cool person. So she's here to teach us all about Deepavali and all about the food.
Just now I had that one question. What is Deepavali?
Okay, so basically Deepavali is Deep stands for light and Vali stands for row of. So basically it just means row of light.
Okay, so what do you usually do during Deepavali?
Okay, so on Deepavali morning, my father will always wake us up in the morning and he will actually break a coconut and then he will do a bit of prayers and then after that he will bring us to the temple where we'll do a puja.
So puja is like a prayer.
Yeah, it's like a prayer that yeah.
I might want to stop you. What do you mean by break a coconut?
So basically he will cut with the the meat cleaver and then he will just break it just to signify like prosperity for the household for the new year. Yeah.
Then for like, what do you guys do after the prayers?
Okay, then after that we'll go for visiting with some of my family members and stuff like that. And then during visiting we eat a lot of food. We get a lot of ang paos, purple ang paos. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So during Deepavali, during visitations, what are the kind of food that you guys usually eat during Deepavali?
Okay, why don't I just show you? Okay, so these are breakfast foods. That's idli and this is thosai. Idli is basically steamed rice cake and thosai is just Indian rice pancake sort of thing. And then these are the dips for both of these. So over here we have a masala thosai and this is the plain one. So inside the masala thosai you can see it's chock full of juicy masala and
What is masala?
potato and spices.
Right.
So basically you eat both of these dishes with like a variety of dips and over here we've got coconut chutney, tomato chutney and sambar, and normally we just like to mix everything on the plate and just eat it.
Freestyle.
Freestyle.
So I like it the coconut and the tomato puree together. Then I eat the sambar on its own. So guys, I just like the way the tomato and the coconut mix together and with the masala, while the curry itself is a standalone. If I mix it with the coconut, it's a bit weird.
There are times when I just feel like it. I just eat the thosai on its own. Then I drink the gravy.
You eat.
like with spoon. So like I eat, then I scoop the gravy, then I just drink.
Wow. I'm not really a fan of thosai because I do not know how to eat it properly, so try to stay away from it. But today will be a special day, so I'm going to try all three.
Hey, look at what? Now we got our food. Makan lah!
Alright guys, now we'll be having this idli. Okay, have you guys eaten it before?
No.
Hardly.
Alright, so same thing with idli, you'll be eating with the 3 chutneys from just now and similarly I'll be whacking all 3 together. Since you guys haven't tried, let you all try, just nice for 3 pieces. There you want that.
Cannot eat the whole thing.
Yeah, stuck with you.
Actually, the texture of this is very familiar. It's like almost muffin, so it's like soft. But the taste, I expected it to be like sweet, but actually a bit more towards the sour side.
Yeah.
Then of course you can taste the chutneys and the curry. Is it supposed to be like that?
Not really. It's supposed to be more sour.
Or it's supposed to be more sour?
Yeah.
Oh, so this got mild already.
Really mild.
So we'll now be moving on to the main dishes. I know this is called samosa. This could be equivalent of like a curry puff or a epok.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. And then this one here is actually a vegetarian platter. All I know is rice and papadum and vegetables.
Yeah. So from what I understand, Jana, you said it was called thal.
Yes, but in South Indians actually call it the thali.
Thali.
Yeah, South Indian thali.
So how do you guys usually eat this?
So you can eat it like in a variety of ways, but like personally, my father actually mashes everything up and he will serve it to each of us, and that's quite tasty.
Yeah, even with the 3
Yes.
sauces over there. So you have like rasam, I can see, lentil and
Dal.
dal.
Yes.
So you should do the honors for us on Abang Goreng. Your first ever time doing this.
I've never done this before.
Yeah.
You're the guest, don't stress.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't mix the vade, is it?
No, we don't mash the butter.
Okay.
It's always nicer eaten on the side.
Mm.
So pour a bit of curry.
Oh, just a little bit? Not like the whole
Slowly.
Oh, slowly. So you're enjoying the process.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see.
To ensure that
Therapeutic, bro.
consistency.
Oh,
is-
therapeutic.
Oh, you know when you're baking, then you slowly add the
Yes, help the chest.
slowly add you folding, right?
Ah, yeah.
Then you must slowly add.
Ingredient by ingredient.
Yes.
This one got exact measurement or?
No. I'm not baking a cake.
Oh, it's not just like one go.
Oh, I also thought it's
Yeah,
like
low way.
Yeah.
So the food has all been dished out. Let's have a taste.
How good?
Not bad, we get a bit of everything. All the vegetables.
That's the one I don't like. Vegetables.
Show bro, that's where all the flavors are at.
So this is like the vegetarian version. So like, let's say the non-vegetarian version, what can we expect usually?
So much more. You can get mutton, chicken, fish, squid, crab,
On
prawns.
Oh,
Solid.
solid.
This one is usually dished at home. Can you find it like restaurant and anything?
Yeah.
I
They
thought
sell South Indian thali, vegetarian and non-veg. They have it a lot in India. It's very nice for them.
So I need to go fly just to try.
Yes.
Or you can take the purple line, go Little India.
Why not Little India, bro? I want to go big India.
Interestingly, did your guys realize, and everyone out there, the food that we are eating here is basically all vegetarian food? Because we didn't want to do something similar that we did for the past, the Pakistani cultural immersion. We did a lot of North Indian food. So today we actually did a lot of vegetarian food. And Rush, I'm surprised, man. Looking at you're just whacking it, you know. This is vegetarian food, you know, basically.
So there's a lot of like long beans. I still have to like sort out the long beans, but because it's so mashed together, you can hardly taste the vegetable, which is kind of good. Like it becomes a texture play already.
I've actually eaten like this kind of set meals or platters a lot, thali, right? But I've never eaten one that I mash everything up together. So this is a new experience. I get the crunchiness, I get a bit of that vegetable bitterness, that sweetness from the curries and all sorts of things like that.
You have different variation of flavor in your mouth, like it bursts. The number of times I scoop the food in my mouth, right, I taste tahu sambat. Then the next time I scoop into my mouth, right, I taste the bali. Then I taste the dal, and it's a very welcoming experience for me because I feel like I have not tasted this before, and the fact that it's being mashed together is a whole new experience, lah.
These are some of the Indian sweets that I like to eat. So over here we have laddu, kesri, jalebi, and palgova. I taught you the rest just now. Do you remember?
I'll try my best to remember what it is. This is pera, this is Kaju Barfi, and Dilkush, and last but not least, this gulab jamun, my favorite. There's a reason why I get fat. This is the reason why. I love this guy. Wedding, I see this, I eat this, I don't eat anything else. After the biryani, this is the must.
Oh, biryani heavy. This one so heavy.
Yes.
No wonder he also eats.
Which one do you recommend we start with?
Personally, I would go for the laddu.
Let's go.
Okay, so I have done my homework. Google said that laddu are actually made of flour and sugar.
Oh, like that only?
Yeah. Also, Google mentioned that laddu is actually healthy, rich
okay.
in protein, fiber, and minerals.
Oh, so we go gym with lah. Remember, okay, let's
see.
So what do you guys think of the food?
It's a little chewy and not as sweet as I expected.
Oh, so you had better lah.
Had sweeter.
Oh.
I think this is more for like the Singaporean palate lah. Yeah, like it's just sweet and then it kind of just mellows off later. I like the texture, like you can taste the individual beats. Yeah, so that was interesting.
For me, it felt like kuih suji. Remember the kuih episode? The texture play is a bit similar to kuih suji, just that kuih suji is not as sweet as this.
Okay, shall we try the jalebi first?
Let's go.
Okay.
It's just sugar syrup, right?
Yeah.
So it's like fried dough soaked with sugar syrup. It's chewy but it looks crispy. So that's interesting for me.
For the audience, if you guys want to know, jalebi in India in general and Pakistan, they are also served for breakfast dishes. Like Sunday morning, people will go and eat fresh jalebi with lassi, with sweet lassi.
Wait, do they exercise before or after?
And no use, lah. No use.
Saturday night eat jalebi, Sunday morning eat jalebi.
Hey!
Should we try next one? Gulab jamun?
Oh, this is really wet.
Sugar overload.
I scared it's like a sponge ball with sugar syrup.
But it's not as sweet as the first one though.
Oh yeah.
Moving on.
Right. So what's next on the plate, Jen?
Should we try this?
The fish cake?
Yes.
What's it called again?
What's it called again?
It's called chum chum.
Oh,
Chum chum. Then the South Indians call it palgova.
Oh.
Oh,
That's major sugar.
what's that after filling in the mouth?
Diabetes.
So now we'll be moving on to
Kesri?
kesri.
Which one?
It's like my
Yes,
friends
the orange
eat
slice.
Ota.
Yeah, it looks like otak.
Why do you have smell? I hate smelling white out.
Wow. shocked.
Bro,
Why?
you take from your that one.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm very surprised. Is there ginger in this?
I wouldn't know. Not too sure.
But it have a very strong ginger taste to
I
it.
don't know there's cashews, raisins inside.
Oh yeah.
Moving on.
Moving
Should we
on.
try this next? What is
Alright,
this again?
this is the pera, which is the milk base.
Pera.
Pera.
It's actually very, very dense.
Oh,
like
bro, sedap bro.
Sharing morning. Sedap.
Oh, it's been a long time I had a good pera.
Oh, so emotional lah. So this is milk.
Milk.
What milk?
I don't really know how they make it, I just eat it lah, brother. Story of my life.
You seafood?
Eat food!
What snacks?
Alright, it looks like aluminium foil from the front. It's actually called Kaju Barfi.
Sama earring lah.
Is it silver?
The silvery one.
Can you actually eat it?
Yeah, you can eat it.
I'm very underwhelmed.
This is what it's
No, like compared with the rest of like pam. This is just
Yeah, I can't taste much because of all the sugar before.
yeah, probably like our taste buds is like messed up already.
Alright.
And finally,
Finally, this thing, it's called Dilkush, which basically translates to happy heart. This one, you eat this, your heart too happy, it'll stop your heart.
All clogged up,
All clogged out already, everything.
But then I shouldn't be eating one.
But bro, go je.
put it in your mouth.
What, the whole thing?
Yes.
Put.
Do it. It's super good.
Yeah,
The
bro.
entire
I'm
thing.
scared now.
No,
Go,
just
go,
do it. Go for it.
Trust.
It looks firm on the outside, but when you take the first bite in, it's so brittle. The sugar explosion in the mouth, explosion.
I like the top part. I don't like the bottom.
So Jen, I heard from Rouge you have been watching our show. Okay, so watching and being in the video, right? How do you feel? Or what are your thoughts? Only positive.
Honestly, when I watched your videos, all your food looks really nice. And I'm a big fan of Singaporean food. So I just wanted to come on the show just to eat. But then also I like your dynamic. So it's fun to actually be a part of this nice little friend.
Wow. Thank you, Jen, for being part of our show, showing us what the food is like, what Deepavali is all about, and we hope you got a very good time.
Thanks for inviting me.
Welcome. So Jen, we want to wish all our Hindu followers happy Deepavali. So teach us a nice greeting for us to wish them.
A good way to say it would be Iniya Deepavali Nalvaltukal.
Wow, okay.
Iniya Deepavali Nalvaltukal.